What does it mean to run for your life or to run for the hills? Ancient lessons passed down from survivors of disasters, cataclysms, and war, told to warn others on how to avoid the imminent and real threat of harm and death. Forced human flight in the modern era continues to be the story of refugees and asylum seekers. After having conversations with 12 individuals who are former refugees, I got to get a small glimpse into what running for your life as a refugee meant to them. Further, I got to hear their individual stories about their journey of resettlement in Australia and becoming a registered nurse. As stories go, the first chapter in this story begins with a crisis. After asking, what was it like being a refugee? Participants explained their experiences leading up to the upheaval. The heightened levels of terror, fear, anxiety, stress, and disillusionment is hard to fathom even for an outsider. The chaotic moments when in an instant, their lives changed forever. Unanimously, all 12 participants became refugees as a consequence of political and civil unrest. Of these, 8 experienced living in refugee camps over extended periods of time. 1 arrived as a political refugee, while the remaining 3 travelled via sponsorship. Of the sponsored, 2 had travelled to an intermediary country using boat smugglers. The stripping away of all decision-making, agency, and identity to be classified as a refugee is only part of their experience. Most experienced some form of violence and/or witnessed abuse. Unfortunately, the majority were children or young adolescents at the time. Being free of the traumatic experience, environment, and resettling in Australia has in many ways been a journey towards healing. The excitement of being granted the opportunity to come to Australia and being captivated by new experiences was a shock to the system. Nonetheless, a new lease on life, with hope, aspirations, and new beginnings. Grasping the English language was a game changer and took longer to grasp for some and easier for others. Supportive networks all played a pivotal role in helping these individuals overcome barriers and successfully achieving their goal of becoming registered nurses in Australia. That said, the participants worked extremely hard to make ends meet. Their journey of upward mobility, being tenacious, taking risks, and stepping into the unknown is a lesson about survival, adaptation, and pushing through boundaries. Giving back to the wider community and compassion through nursing is a way for them to showcase their gratefulness for the opportunities. From running for their lives to thriving in life, these powerful stories of positive change will raise awareness, empathy, and empower those aspiring to become nurses and people struggling in these unprecedented times.